Let's try the parallel mode, which I really like. So basically what it does is that enables you to have the natural sound. In parallel, you will have the wah sound. So rather than having this unintelligible thing when you have the wah in full mode and going very frantic about it, you have a more clear tone. You still have the wah flavor. So this is really cool. And for that to work, you need to have one pedal in front of the wah. It doesn't have to be turned on, just needs to be there. Otherwise, if you change the position, the parallel, it just won't work anymore. So you need to move it back, and then you can have, and you see that turns blue. What else can we do? Well, I'm obviously in manual mode. If you go into the automatic, basically you see that this knob here changes the title. Let me move it again to the manual. It says manual. When you move to the automatic, it sets sensitivity. And that's basically you're moving the position of the foot with that. The offset and the range is basically to make it the move a bit wider. I mean, so the top will have a little less exaggerated treble if you go to the bottom here. So that's basically what the range does. The offset, I can't remember exactly what it does. Then you have the wave, which is basically like an automatic mode. If someone was basically moving the pedal for you in an automated way. And so you can see again that this knob here has changed the name to rate, from manual to sensitivity to rate. So it's basically the speed that you move your feet up and down. And then you also notice that this symbol with an S right under the parallel mode, that only happens on the W or the wave mode, and basically enables you to sync the moving of the pedal with the beat if you are using a DAW, like a digital audio workstation. In this case, for example, I have this track at 120 beats per minute. So if I check on the sync, it will basically go with that, and the ratio, you see that also changes the naming here from rate to ratio. It goes to half of it, 1 in 1. So this is basically 1 in 20. This would be 1 in 240. Then a third, and then a quarter. So those are basically the modes you have, and it will be in sync with the beat. So that's another very cool feature. So yes, in here I'm using it with S-Gear. Sorry, I'm using it with Reaper. If you're using in a standalone mode, if you want to set up the expression pedal, it's very simple. You just click on the MIDI. Obviously in here is not available because I am with Reaper, but you will find the MIDI. You click on it, then you will have like a window, and you see at the top bottom there's a drop down menu. You select the wah thing, and then you click on learn, and then you move the pedal, and that's it. So then recognize, and it will do the manual thing here for you. In Reaper, every DAW is different, and Mike Scuffham wrote a very concise and easy to follow guidelines. But in this case, all you have to do is to, first of all, make sure that in the preferences under MIDI devices, you have your device available, and it only needs to be under the control. That's all it needs. And you click enable input for control messages. All the rest is all the same. Then the next step will be in the track where you have S-Gear, which in my case is the first. I go to the envelope, and then you will find all this in here. If you don't see them, chances are that your DAW is not recognizing your MIDI or the expression pedal. But if it does, there you have. So go into pedal wah manual, and then you click on learn, and then you move your pedal, and basically that's what will happen. You will see this is recognizing the CC7, and you just press OK, and then you move it. And well, I need to be out in manual mode, and then we'll do that for you. The other thing, if you want to make a recording like what I'm doing now, what you have to do is to go into the record output and put it in stereo mode. So what this will do is that it will make a rendering of your performance with the wah. And if you want to play back, you need to make sure that you turned off all of the plugins, because if not, it will basically reprocess one track that was already processed. So it will be like a 2 instance of S-Gear, 2 instance of whatever more you have there. So you don't want that. So as soon as you finished your recording, make sure to turn off or just remove entirely all the plugins in there, especially if you're going to render or use with other instruments or tracks that you have in this project. So that's it. Have fun. Okay, so what are my final thoughts on the wah thing? I think it's brilliant. I mean, in the past I've had quite a few wah pedals, including well, my current, which is a Crybaby modified with a very nice replica of the Halo inductor and true bypass as well. I've had the 535Q, the one that had lots of pots that you can tweak the tone. I've also had this, can't remember the name, the Ibanez, the gray, the kind of a cool modern design, but the sound is not so good. And honestly, this wah sounds way better than all of those. And it's very tweakable, and I really like the parallel function. So when you think of it, how much it will cost a really nice hardware unit of a good wah, it probably will be even more than the cost of a S-Gear on its whole. and everything that comes with it. I mean, all the amps, all the effects, and so I think it's a pretty fantastic value. I mean, I've been using S-Gear since 2015, and it just gets better and better. I'm using this one as the expression pedal, so it's a Line 6 FBV Express. I paid £50 for it secondhand, and it's exactly like new. I still have the box, the manual, the cables I think have never been used. And it works great because I can also use the other pedals to change presets, so increments of 1, decrements of 1, increments of 10, decrements of 10, and then I can navigate through all the presets I want. Or if you just use a fill like up to 10, you can just use the increments of 1 and use this to activate, let's say, the wah or the drive, or activate the tuner or something like that. So even if it's small, can be very, very practical. And you just connect with a USB into your computer or laptop. So yes, that's it pretty much. Have fun.